On the evening of June 12, 1994, Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman were found stabbed to death outside Nicole's Brentwood home. Nicole had 2 children with her ex-husband, O.J. Simpson, one of the most celebrated athletes in American history, a former NFL running back turned actor and television personality whose face had been on every screen in the country for 2 decades. Within days, O.J. Simpson was the prime suspect. On June 17th, rather than turn himself in as agreed, Simpson disappeared. What followed was one of the most surreal hours in the history of American television. A slow-speed chase on the Los Angeles freeway system. A white Ford Bronco driven by his friend Al Cowlings, while O.J. sat in the back, holding a gun to his own head. A police escort doing 35 miles an hour, and an estimated 95 million Americans watching it live on television, including at Game 5 of the NBA Finals, which was being broadcast simultaneously. He surrendered. The trial began in January 1995 and lasted until October. It was televised. America watched every day. The prosecution's case was built on a mountain of physical evidence, blood from both victims and O.J.'s Bronco and at his estate, a bloody glove matching one found at the crime scene, DNA evidence that defense attorneys argued was contaminated by a compromised LAPD laboratory. The defense team, assembled with a wealth only celebrity can buy, built their counter-narrative around one central pivot, a racist Los Angeles police detective named Mark Foreman who had planted the glove. When audio recordings surfaced of Foreman using racial slurs dozens of times and boasting about evidence planting, the case cracked open along its deepest fault line. The defense argument crystallized. Whatever happened on June 12th, what was on trial was also the entire history of the LAPD's relationship with Black Americans. The Rodney King beating had been 3 years before. The LA riots had been 2 years before. The wound was still raw. On October 3, 1995, after deliberating for less than 4 hours, the jury acquitted O.J. Simpson on both counts of murder. Television cameras captured the reaction. Black Americans celebrating in offices and living rooms. White Americans sitting in stunned silence. The verdict had not resolved anything. It had only made visible the 2 completely different realities that had been coexisting inside the same country. O.J. Simpson was later found civilly liable for both deaths and ordered to pay $33.5 million in damages to the victims' families. He never paid it. He published a book titled If I Did It. He was later convicted on unrelated armed robbery charges in Nevada and served 9 years in prison. The O.J. trial was a Rorschach test for America, not about guilt or innocence exactly, but about whose version of reality gets to be called the truth, and what the word justice actually means when the society administering it has never been equal.